All right, welcome to the world's most dynamite wrestling podcast. I am Manas, joined by the two most by Adani and Bodacious. I was trying to be witty right there, but I messed up again. Oh well.
It'd be like
things. The zero is back, baby.
Third time's a charm. Next week will be flawless introduction. But my intro was screwed up just like this week's wrestling. But but Dynamite did deliver like they usually do. Although this was the first show in 5 or 6 months to have a live crowd. What y'all think about the live crowd being back? Noticeable difference?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I loved it. Like 300 people felt like a couple of thousand. Like,
I mean, yeah, when we've been dealing with nobody for so long, anything is better than nothing.
And it was amazing, Jericho coming out and having those 300 people all once again singing along to Judas.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
made him go out of character. I mean, one nice thing is you do know once Jericho does finally hang it up, which I hope never happens. But when he does, he'll be an excellent color commentator. Commentator, period.
Yeah.
I like color commentator, play-by-play. He can do it all.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Didn't he do like battle bots or wasn't he a commentator on
Hole in the Wall?
USA? It was like a
It was
battle.
Hole in the Wall, wasn't it?
What?
Robot Wars.
It was on something on
Yeah,
like
it's like
ABC,
Robot.
ABC,
Yeah, it
where
was
it was like a talk
Robot
show.
Wars.
It was like big robots, not like the little robots, I think.
We'll have to get back to that.
Yeah.
Let's jump into this week's Thursday night Dynamite. That rolls off the tongue so well.
It does.
All right. They opened the show up with a 4-way tag team gauntlet match to determine the number one contender for the tag team title.
Mm-hmm.
The first up was the Young Bucks versus Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall, with the Young Bucks getting the win. And the next out was Best Friends, who defeats Young Bucks thanks to a little help from Hangman Adam Page. What did y'all think?
I didn't expect it so soon.
I wouldn't say soon because they've been playing around with that for a couple months.
Yeah, I mean they have been, but like
I actually expected to come sooner than this. I figured
I just mean like he does the move and he's kicked out of it, or I guess that's later on in the show, but like it all happened like in one episode. I expected that a couple weeks worth of story.
Well, it's playing on because you still got whatever's going on between him and Kenny Omega.
It's true.
It's like, who does Kenny choose? Because the Elite is Kenny and Young Bucks, and they kind of ran to a similar storyline like this in New Japan when he chose his partner for the Golden Lovers. Is that their name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Golden Lovers jealousy storyline, Golden Lovers versus the Elite. All right, so Best Friends get the win over the Young Bucks. And then out last is FTR wearing their new jackets, which it looks like that's the beginning of the new stable.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's probably going to be, well, I guess it's one of y'all's turn. That's going to eventually be a question of the week of who the fourth man in that stable will be. And FTR gets the win over the Best Friends, become their number one contenders for All Out, which will be FTR versus the tag team champions Adam Page and Kenny Omega versus FTR. What do y'all think?
Well, the thing that was most glaring to me was, the whole tag team gauntlet match. I enjoyed it a lot. even the Adam Page interference, I thought it was good storyline. I wasn't really. I mean, I'm fine with the end result. I wasn't really that happy with how it got there, though. Like the very end, fell a little flat to me, because like the second guy, the second best friend guy was power bombed, or was taken out on the side of the ring, but then like there was a good minute and a half before the final tap out, and I was like, that's just like the idea that he was out for that long, it just didn't seem right to me.
The whole show felt like there was timing issues, but but they did make mention about the heat inside the building. I mean, they kept showing the commentator, he's like Jim Ross, like flushed with sweat. So I think the heat inside the place actually made everybody a little off, and that's probably why there was probably a mistake somewhere in there, and that's probably why that went a little minute longer than it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, other than that, I mean, everything. I just thought, it just seemed out of place. That's all.
They also like to do things differently in AEW, and we're so used to WWE. They have all the safe pads and everything. So when you get hit on the outside and knocked out in AEW, maybe it takes a little bit longer because their stuff's more ruthless and more painful and violent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. For sure.
And then next up, was it the contract signing of Jon Moxley, MJF?
Archer and
Archer versus Sean Mulata?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
I really
Archer,
didn't think that throwaway segment, really.
What did y'all think of that squash match? I love the post-match portion of it. Oh, so it sets up 20-man battle royale, and it gets you excited for the first time. Because normally when they have these battle royales before these pay-per-views, you don't really care who's gonna get it. And you're not really rooting for anybody. You're just curious who gets to. This time, this actually gives you people to root for. You have Darby Allin, you have Ricky Starks, you have Brian Cage, you got Lance Archer, and then you got the whatever Eddie Kingston's new group's called. All right. Next up was the AEW World Championship match contract signing, and now this was like a contract signing that actually made sense of why they're signing a contract, because MJF is trying to ban Jon Moxley's move, versus a contract signing that's that freaking contract signing.
Yeah, makes sense.
What did y'all think of the whole segment?
Yeah, exactly. It made sense.
Did y'all like it?
I love him walking out with a walker.
I thought the best part of the whole thing was the page 17.
Yeah, I enjoyed that for sure. Definitely.
When I first heard that part, I thought it was going to be that he wasn't going to be able to use the move.
Yeah. No,
but I'm okay.
I loved his explanation. Like, not being able to use the move makes him more dangerous. It makes him have to become creative. Like, oh, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Definitely.
Next up. Oh, what's up?
I was agreeing with you, and then I was just gonna say that page, just the page 17, where he's gonna get to fight the lawyer next week, and just
that's gonna be a squash.
it felt so like like it's such a gotcha moment for, it's like, you know what? It's like, it's been gotcha Jon Moxley this whole time. Well, I got you now.
Next match of the evening was the Butcher, the Blade, and the Lucha Brothers versus Sonny Kiss, Joey Janela, Brian Pillman Jr., and Griff Garrison. With the bad guys getting the win, and Eddie Kingston cutting a promo of one of those five will be the winner of the Battle Royale and become the #1 contender for the World Championship. What did y'all think of that match and segment?
I think. I mean, all those people were real talented. So I mean, they put on a really good match, and I mean, they definitely made the right choice putting the bad guys over for the sake of building that new little stable that they're doing. And but I don't see them actually winning the none of them actually winning the Battle Royale.
Well, I don't know.
I could see Ray Phoenix winning the Battle Royal and going against MJF. Like, I could see that happening.
Or Eddie Kingston himself. I mean, he's gold on the microphone, and he's pretty good in the ring.
Well, I could see Eddie Kingston winning if MJF doesn't win. Because Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston could be a pretty awesome match.
Uh-huh. Next segment was the Dark Order coming out with the casket, and you seen like the old video, internet meme of those 4 guys with the casket dancing, and then everyone made a meme out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny that they were over here mimicking that.
What about the lawnmowers?
That's it's a little ongoing joke from Being the Elite. So if you have, this is one of those things you have to watch Being the Elite to understand some of those jokes. At the same time, you don't, but you just miss out on like little things like that. And then so they gave their funeral for Cody, who's apparently going to be out for an extended period of time because he's filming a new TV series, Heels, with Stephen Amell on the Stars Network.
Really? Okay.
So
Neat.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
that's the reason why he's gone, and there's no telling when he'll be back.
That is why Arrow is gone.
Yes. So Brody Lee came out and did his promo and put the whole locker room on notice that he has no intentions of defending it with nobodies, and then introducing everybody to the new Queen Slayer, Anna Jay.
99.
99, of course. And to be interrupted by Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall and Scorpio Sky and Matt Cardona to end the segment. What did y'all think of the whole segment?
It made me feel like when Cody finally comes back, he's going to turn heel and it'll lead to a new faction. But
Or he'll
not necessarily joining the Dark Order, but yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, he's gonna come back as probably one of the biggest baby faces in the world, because he was already one of the most over baby faces, and now he's gonna be gone for an extended period of time. So he's gonna get a pretty big pop. You're also gonna have crowds back.
I feel like it could be an even bigger heel coming in if like you give him the whole next week he's coming back and it's a big deal, and then yeah, I mean, I think Cody's gonna turn heel whenever he comes back after all of this. I don't think he would end up joining the Dark Order. I do believe that Cody's gonna end up turning heel, and I do believe that this is where we're going to be headed.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, one day we'll have our on here.
Our 4th, yeah. It'll be real interesting. I'll have to do some manipulating to the layout. So,
all right.
Now we got the 3 blind mice, right?
Next segment for the evening was the infamous Hangman Adam Page being kicked out of the Elite by the Young Bucks. What did y'all think of that segment? That was a powerful segment, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I really want to see where it goes. Obviously, as I don't know a whole lot about the backstory of some of these people, but
it was heartbreaking seeing that after following them from Bullet Club, and then watching Being the Elite. They've been together for years.
I liked the symbolism when he's looking at himself in that broken mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I think we're gonna see something major at All Out. I have a feeling he might be turning on Kenny. And now for the worst match of the night. It was bad. And like people always give AEW a hard time for not featuring the women enough is because the only women they have available still need work in the ring, and they try to feature them on Dark so they can work out those kinks. And it wasn't Swole's fault because she's a good wrestler. I'm gonna leave that right there. And I don't know, y'all want to discuss that match at all? You want to skip?
Well, we'll just say that's why they had to bring another person in from another another brand to.
I will say this: they did officially announce the Thunder Rosa versus the AEW champion is for the title.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thunder Rosa's trying to become the double brand champion.
I didn't want to mispronounce Sheeta's name. That's what I was trying to say her first name. It's Hikaru Sheeta. And then the final match of the evening that didn't start until like almost 8:50 in the evening for a tables match, most rushed match of the week, is Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara rushing a tables match in like less than 8 minutes due to commercial break, with Matt Hardy accidentally setting himself through the table twice, and then they had to remind people that you have to go through the table as an offensive move. The little bit we got was entertaining. I was kind of scared when he set up that table with the chair right up underneath in the middle. Like, that's going to hurt. And I was shocked to see Sammy get the win for that. What did y'all think of that segment?
Lots of blood.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know when he got busted open. And then
Manas called it a blood feud last week.
It's true.
He had to get payback for the chair shot.
Yeah.
And then they end with the Flash, also known as Orange Cassidy, jetting across the stage and just nosediving Chris Jericho. That made up for that rush match. That's why he's like so sluggish every week, because he's throwing up all the energy. He uses it all right that very moment. That was awesome.
The gallop on Guevara's head.
Yeah. I thought that little ending rush by Orange Cassidy made up for the rush match to end the show. Who do you give your kudos of the week? Let's start with Audacious.
My kudos of the week is going to Mr. Brody Lee. I think he's done a phenomenal job of putting the Dark Order where they need to be. I still think they've got some work to do, but he gets my kudos of the week.
What about you, Adam?
My kudos. Yeah, thanks. My kudos of the week are going to go to Adam Page, because he is his specific acting skills right now are really coming into play, and he's really showing a depth of character that's deeper than I'm seeing in a lot of other right now, and especially with the commentary that he's so downtrodden and rough around, you're definitely seeing a significant character change in the past couple weeks.
My kudos of the week's going to the Queen Slayer, Anna Jay. For a person who just started wrestling like a year or two ago, and she's already featured on a major show, and she has that charisma in the ring where she's believable. Like, it got people excited. Her being named Queen Slayer and her seeing that introduction to Tay Conti, the possible secondary female member of the Dark Order. All right,
and they also called her the Man. And then they got slapped.
Oh,
And the Queen Slayer, like the King Slayer, Seth Rollins, is with the band. So, yeah.
Well, the Queen
And we lost
is,
Bodacious. All right, while we're waiting for him to reconnect.
Okay.
Oh no, we lost everybody. It's just me. All right.
I can still see you.
Here? Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, there you go. For me, both of y'all froze, and then you just caught up just now.
For me, nobody.
You got
froze.
half the signal, I got the other half.
All right, and then that brings us to our question of the week from last week.
Mm-hmm.
The question was, with Darby Allin feuding against Ricky Starks and the whole Taz crew, who, in your opinion, would be the best partner to team up with him against Ricky Starks and Brian Page? Let's start with Adani.
I actually knew mine last week, and mine was Matt Cardona. I was like, I think that he would fit well into that spot, and right now he's hanging around the Nightmare family, but with Cody out for the foreseeable future, he could easily go out on his own, and he would be a good mid partner for Darby Allin to maintain, to fill that spot for that feud for the short time, for sure.
See, for me, after this past Thursday, I got a second one, but my original one was going to be Scorpio Sky, because he's their up and coming, he's a rising star, and I think he would have an awesome match against Brian Cage while Darby Allin takes care of Ricky Stark. But after seeing Lance Archer in the ring doing that face-off, I actually want Lance Archer. He would be a good compliment for Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and having Jake the Snake Roberts as the mouthpiece for Darby. Oh, go for it.
Yeah, I actually had all of the people that you guys both just mentioned as possible ones. However, I went a different route, and I was thinking long-term booking, what would be best for Darby Allin. So I went with Brody Lee and Dark Order, because it fits storyline-wise with what they're doing, where they're trying to add members and have influence over the locker room, that both their characters and the types of people that they are kind of blend together, and then eventually it could lead to Darby getting a title shot and unseating Brody for the championship. So I feel like Brody being with, and he's a bigger guy, so Brody being with Darby would be the route that I would take.
All right, and since I had the question of the week last week, this week we will move it to Bodacious.
So AEW question of the week. Boy, what are we gonna go with?
I got a second one if you don't know.
Let's go with what do you have?
All right. Who would be the other two members of the new Four Horsemen and why, besides FTR? All right, and Adam, let you wrap it up.
Donnie.
Donnie will let you wrap it up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the greatest wrestling podcast ever, AEW edition. If you like the content, please hit a like on that video. Also, subscribe so you can see when our videos go live. If you want to
don't forget to tune in next week, because next week we'll also have our prediction episode for All Out, which is next Saturday.
That's right. Next week we'll have our prediction episode. Yes.
I'm doing top dog things.
If you want to see some live gameplay, you can go follow us on Donnie's Gamerspace at Facebook. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at The Greatest WRE1. Yeah, so that's going to be it for us, and we'll catch you in the next video. Y'all have an amazing week. Bye.